The sound of roaring engines filled the quiet morning street. 300 bikers, clad in black leather and tattoos, lined up in front of a broken, half-burnt shack. But they weren't there to cause trouble. They were there for him, a homeless man who had once saved one of their own. Nobody expected this man, who slept under a torn blanket near a dumpster, to become the reason hundreds of tough bikers would drop their pride, pick up hammers, and build something that would restore faith in humanity. This is the story of Marcus Hill, a man the world forgot, until he reminded everyone what real honor means. Marcus Hill used to have a life once, a job, a family, a small home on the edge of the city. But life has a cruel way of taking more than it gives. After losing his wife to cancer and his job to automation, Marcus found himself on the streets, clutching an old photo of his family, his only treasure. Every morning he'd sit by the same diner corner, nodding politely to people who passed him without a glance. The world didn't see Marcus anymore. To them, he was just another face in a crowd of broken dreams. But Marcus still had something inside him, a quiet dignity, an unshakable sense of right and wrong. One freezing night, while huddled under an overpass, Marcus heard angry voices nearby. A group of men were shouting, and then, a crash. He peeked around the corner and saw a man being beaten by 3 others near a motorcycle. Marcus hesitated for a second. He was old, frail, and hungry. But when he saw one of the attackers pull out a knife, instinct took over. He grabbed a rusted metal pipe from the ground and ran toward them, shouting, "Hey, leave him alone." The men turned in surprise. Marcus swung the pipe, landing a hard blow on one of their knees. In the chaos, the beaten man, a burly biker with a bleeding face, managed to get up. Together, they fought the attackers off until they fled into the night. The biker dropped to his knees, breathing heavily. "Man, you just saved my life." Marcus shrugged, panting. Nobody deserves to die in the street. The biker extended his hand. "Name, Ryder, Hell's Angels." Marcus smiled weakly. "Marcus Hill, nobody really." Ryder helped him up. "You're somebody now, brother." That night, Ryder offered to buy Marcus food, but Marcus refused. "Keep your money, man. Just do something good for someone else someday." Ryder watched Marcus walk away, limping into the dark. He couldn't shake the image of this homeless man risking his life for a stranger. What Marcus didn't know was that Ryder was facing disgrace. The man he'd been fighting wasn't a random thug. He was from a rival club, and Ryder was accused of betraying his brothers. If Marcus hadn't stepped in, Ryder would have been found dead and branded a traitor. The next morning, Marcus woke up to the sound of thunder, not from the sky, but from hundreds of motorcycles rolling into his street. He blinked, confused, as the noise grew louder. Then he saw them, an endless line of bikers, jackets emblazoned with flaming skulls and wings. At the front was Ryder, smiling wide. "Morning, brother," Ryder said. "Hope you don't mind some company." Marcus frowned. "What's this about?" Ryder stepped aside, and Marcus saw something unbelievable. Piles of wood, bricks, paint, and tools. "You saved my life," Ryder said. "Now it's time we rebuild yours." Marcus's lips trembled. "I don't need pity, man." "This ain't pity," Ryder replied. "It's respect." Within minutes, hundreds of bikers got to work. Some hammered nails, others painted walls. A few women from the biker families brought food and clothes. Marcus stood frozen, tears filling his eyes as he watched strangers, men society often feared, build him a home with their bare hands. One biker, a huge man with a scarred face, handed Marcus a cup of coffee. "You gave our brother a second chance. We're just paying it forward." As the sun set, a brand new small house stood where there was once only dust and despair. A flag hung on the porch, not the Hell's Angels symbol, but one they made just for him, a pair of angel wings over a heart. Marcus couldn't hold back his tears. "I don't know how to thank you." Ryder smiled. You already did, man, the night you didn't walk away. The crowd cheered. Marcus stepped onto the porch, overwhelmed. For the first time in years, he felt seen not as a homeless man, but as a hero. That night, the sound of engines filled the sky, not as noise, but as a symphony of gratitude. Sometimes the people who have the least to give the most. And sometimes angels don't have wings, they ride Harleys. Because when kindness meets loyalty, even the broken can rebuild something beautiful.